yo. About to get started. I need my water. Hold up. Thought I left it here. What's good? What's good? What's good? How's everybody doing today? We're about to get started in a couple of minutes. Let me know if you guys can hear me good in the chat. I'm gonna turn the music down soon. Freaking ears itchy. What's good? What's good? Those of you guys, if you're in the inner circle, I streamed earlier, like 12 hours ago. I swear I was gonna send a buy this morning, and it left. We were talking about it this whole morning. Before New York session, like during London session, I streamed for like 2 hours. And man, yeah, like there was 530 of you guys on there, so a lot of you guys were on that session. Or seen it at least, maybe some of it. We would have had a crazy trade today. I mean, I was waiting for a bit of a pullback before I was going to call an entry out. The analysis was on point, though. Man, I broke it down. Sometimes I just naturally come to the charts, break something down. I don't even realize, like, man, like that was... Yeah, it didn't come down as much as I wanted, but we broke it down earlier today. I know some of you guys still caught the move. It made a strong move, and at that point, I was like, man, the signal's gone. Almost today, like, was literally gonna call it a buy this morning on gold. Broke it down earlier, and it was a close one. I did think we were gonna, like I was saying, we was potentially push up. There was a reversal, so price reversed on gold. If you look at gold, it's been pretty steady down. It's been a lot of bearish momentum. But if you look at like these waves, we had a nice downtrend here. And the market was making these lower lows since here. So there's a lot of waves down. At a certain point, it's like the market can only make so many waves up and so many waves down before it reverses. So to me, it was like when I was looking at gold, I was like, looks like there's enough waves down now. Because you look, you have these lower lows being made. Lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows, lower lows. And then price failed to make lower lows. You can see here, right? We failed to continue to make lower lows. We get this little punch up, actually. There's like a punch up in price. It punches up. Makes a high here. Let's go to the line chart. You can see a line chart here. There's this little punch up. These things matter. These little details at times really, really matter. Price is failing to make a lower low. It does like this little punch up. Goes down. Makes another punch up. So we get some like structure shift in here. It's kind of telling you and showing you, okay, the market could be getting ready for a reversal because we've made enough waves down at that point. A little bit of a shift in price. But then you make another higher high here. Right, so when you look at price, comes back, it punches up like twice. There's like those two punches up, but there's like that bigger one. Price comes back into the low. You know, you could, some of you guys might be trendline traders. Maybe you're a trendline trader. Trade breakouts. There's different ways to trade trend lines. I mean, some people like to trade them more as breakouts. Some people like to use them as there's really two ultimate ways to like kind of trade trend lines. Breakouts, counter trend lines. Some people are better at seeing like counter trend lines. You may be able to see that too here. You got like a counter trend line coming down. and you get that shift out in price. You have this low here, so this low establishes a move basically, and we punch up. That's why this morning I'm looking for buys. Like this morning earlier, like I was like, this looks like a buying market. Some of the stuff I was explaining this morning, it looks like we could push up. Like we're getting reversals. I was hoping for like 4,900, 4,910. Everything I broke down on that session though was on point. And now, yeah, you can see price now. So when you look, it makes this shift up, makes this push up. So that creates a higher high. Why? Because like you have two reference points that it broke. It broke here, so you break here, and then you break here. In that one movement, this one movement up. So we actually stayed above this high here. And now you can see we're above all this. And the market made a higher low and higher high. Now you can see how we're like above some areas, like we're trading right here. Let's make these a different color. I'm not really feeling the orange, you know. Not really feeling that orange, you know. We could maybe take, you know, if you're like a trend line trader, like I said, counter trend line. Even if you're looking at a trend line like this, upwards. So you could, you know, you could look at this as like, okay, there's a nice counter trend line break. There we broken above. Let's say market comes down, that's kind of like a counter trend line retest. If it were to come down lower, you kind of have that retest there, but you would also maybe have like this trend line. So that's how some people use trend lines. Like I usually use them for like structure, for breakouts. Obviously, like I can see this trend line without having to put it, but you know, if you're looking at some view of technical analysis, like here you go, you have an upwards trend line here. Like if you're like you can, depending on how you angle the trend line, like really you could anticipate breakouts. It's like here, like what you have this downward market here. So like where you kind of seeing like a top piece, like a top liquidity, right? Like when you're drawing trend lines, you're looking for pieces, shapes, structures. If you train your eyes enough to see enough pieces, you can anticipate like that breakout's eventually gonna come. Right? If you find the right like pieces, like this is like a piece, like a down piece in the market. Eventually there's that huge breakout that takes place. I mean, the more you draw them, the more you practice, you see different breakouts. Like you can go back on the chart and try to find like different pieces and practice drawing different down or up trend lines on different pieces of the charts. So if you're using technical analysis, like I first started off, I first started off showing you guys market structure there. So okay, market was in a downtrend, making nice waves down. You could have caught like a sell maybe in there, right? We go underneath, pull back, continuation. Same thing happens right here. Twice. So when you look at this, so I started off going over some market structure, lower lows, right? But I was talking about the waves down. And then we got that punch up, right? We talked a bit about the reversal already. Now, different types of technical analysis. So looking at the waves, looking at structure. Because it could, like, you could have caught a sell like maybe here or up here beforehand. Now it's like similar, but opposite side. It's like, okay, now it's like looking for buys. Like there was already one this morning with this area right here. And that's where, like, that's kind of like that right there where price goes up above the high. You're getting above that high. It's like a perfect retest. So now it's like market could be looking for potentially that next low. Maybe tonight going into tomorrow. So market structure zones, areas like zones, support and resistance. I mean, trend lines, if you're a trend line trader, it's like here. You could put a trend line in here and it's like, okay, you could kind of use that right now two ways. It's like, number one, maybe the market rejects this area. Now, I understand probabilities too in the market, and like most traders would be looking at that. So I understand the likelihood of it maybe even coming down more, but still giving that same move as well, which would be like coming down to this area. And that would be like the counter trend line retest. It'd be like, okay, if you're looking at the counter trend line instead of this trend line, it'd be like maybe coming to retest that counter trend line lower. Doesn't have to come all the way to it. I mean, it could. Even where you draw it, but like kind of like retesting that broken piece. So it's like counter trend line, upwards trend line. You'll see a lot of trend lines can get like retested. Like if you're looking like here, you might see like an upward trend line here. Like here you have more of like a up piece like in the market, and you break that. So it's like if you're a trend line trader, it's like, okay, eventually this trend line's kind of established, and it's like, okay, you buy off of it. A lot of times there could be breakouts, and you can see like a retest counter trend line. If you're looking at like right here, like for example, like, and I even talked about it this morning on the stream at some point. I don't know exactly, like I started drawing like right here. I was talking about a stream this morning. If anyone remembers, if anyone was there, like I was saying, like we do have this kind of counter trend line here as well. It's not perfect. Like my eyes see an area. That's the thing. Like I'm seeing like if we take like the channel, where's that channel tool? I haven't used that in time. Or like a rotated rectangle here. There's like an area there of liquidity that gets breaking out. And kind of something I was talking about this morning with gold before it made the crazy move up, like how there's a counter trend line there as well. So like where we're at now, like tonight or tomorrow, because like it's been pretty bearish all week. So like, you're going into Thursday, Friday. The daily looks like it's about to close bullish. Yeah, like daily does look like a bullish close right now. So Thursday, Friday. I don't know. I was originally thinking like if it goes down for most of the week, like we're probably going to reverse Thursday, Friday. Daily finished pretty bullish. I think we'll at least like come down to retest that 4-hour area. Even when you can see it clearly on like the 1 hour. Oops. Oh, we're probably gonna come down. Like timing is key. Like, where is it? London, like London session, New York session. Like it moved really strong today in New York session. Very strong early on, and then reversed at $5,000. Almost got above 5K, but 5K having a hard time getting above 5K. That's psychological number. So like, I saw a lot of people trying to sell it when it was pushing up, and I was just like, yo, I'm gonna chill. 5,000 would have been like good sells. I'm gonna watch like this because we had this push up and we retraced that, and we made a pretty nice push up as well there. So I'm watching this now. It's like we are pulling back very, very similar now to that last retracement before we went up. So I'm looking at this maybe as something with the same. So more like watching this pullback. If you look at the 1 hour, even the 4 hour, like we broke out of a pretty nice area. When you look at the market now, obviously it's easy to look at things like this now, but like I was mapping this out 12 hours ago. Like 12 hours ago, I was mapping this whole thing out, and it was pretty on point. Like I couldn't get off. I stayed on for 2 hours, and I kept mapping it out. I was like, I couldn't get off. When you look at it now, it looks like a pretty much like like a head and shoulders accumulation happened. Maybe some of you guys will see it better upside down. It's like maybe some of you guys like see sells more. Pretty much like inverted head and shoulders. So we're probably gonna come down to retest like that whole broken area. Like what's that around? 49.25. Like I like to look left, so I don't know if you know see what I'm kind of doing here with my crosshair. Looking at price to the left, like I'm looking at these lows here. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at these highs here, and I'm seeing, okay, we can make a bearish move down, right? I'm looking to the left. I'm like, we can go bearish here, obviously. Boom, boom, kind of in the same spot, right? I'm just like looking a little bit to the left, seeing some spots like how's price bounce. Like look at here to the left, price bounced. Look at down here to the left, price is bounced. Here, over here, even at times like when I look to the left, I see like this area here where there was some support. And that's kind of why now when you look at gold, we made a little bit of support here. So it depends on how aggressive we want to be. If we want to be really patient and not FOMO into the move, because like it could come down to here, right? You can see the area that it's testing right now. There's a little bit of rejection, and it could come down obviously and retest sort of like the neckline, the broken out area. I'm just analyzing things. I'm analyzing things. Someone asked if there's a trade. Like I'm analyzing things. Like breaking it down. Oh, watching what's good. Inner circle. If you're not in, oh shit. Y'all need to do better with the likes and comments. Tell them, man. Tell them, fam. Smash the like button, fam. It's outrageous. Free game. Y'all ain't locked in. Like 700 of you are locked in, actually. So look at here. I mean, Depends where you're looking at price. Like the opening, like on the opening, like we made the high for the day, and now market's obviously closed. So we're probably gonna pull. We could maybe pull back a bit before getting like some bullish movement. The market's already kind of starting that pullback. So it depends on how aggressive you kind of want to be tonight, and where price is. Because here you could see we're getting a bit of a steady pullback. So it could potentially reject this area. It already tried, but maybe time of the day. Or maybe the opening comes down, retraces like on the daily a bit. Like we retrace a bit and we come down to like that broken out area. Depends how aggressive you kind of want to be and wait. Like if you're willing to try to wait and see if price comes down more to like a lower area, there could be a different buy setup to catch lower. Yeah, try to peep it. Yeah, I'm gonna follow this structure for now. I want to jump on here. I missed some trades this morning, unfortunately. One of those days. It just like I was preparing to send a trade, and then this candle took off, and I was like, I'm not gonna send a buy at the highs, you know, right now. And what do you know, I could have. There would have been like, you could have caught a buy. Like if we're looking at like the 5 minute at 4,950. And I was like, do I really want to send a buy at the highs after we just made like a 400 pip move? I was like, nah, I'm gonna just chill. And of course, like ever since the volatility kicked in, I stopped being as aggressive, and it's kind of annoying. I was more aggressive before the volatility kicked in, and like usually I probably would have sent a buy there, and I was like, that's like maybe like one of the places, or up here if you're looking at maybe the 1 minute. After it moved, because we were streaming, like that candle moved, and I was like, damn. Like we would have hit all take profits, but yeah, tonight you're probably waiting. Maybe for market to come down, retest 49.50. Maybe we can come down to 49.50 first. Like I'm not really like when you look at where it's at right now, it's kind of risky. Like it's like a minor zone. Like it's high up, so it's like it's not like buying low so much in terms of like where it is, like on this range. Like on this range, on this like price from here to here, you know, market has moved up. So it's like I classify these types of areas, like areas that I'm unsure about, that I know, like, because obviously I see it. Like you want to trade what you see, right? Most of the time what I see is usually right, whether I overthink it or not. And I kind of classify this as like a minor area. It's high up. I'd be more interested in price coming to like 49.50 or even a bit lower. We can look to the left though at this area, and we can see some structure like right here. Like if you look. So if gold wants to open like stronger, like it doesn't want to make a deep pullback, like you could potentially hold this area. Right? Area number 1. I'd be more interested in seeing if we get like a bit more of a deeper retrace, maybe to like 49.50. But like I'm going to follow this structure for now and try to get a trade out, analyze it later, see where we're at a couple hours after the market opens, Tokyo session. Basically going to follow this structure because if you look, guys, it looks pretty clear to me. Now, market made like that wave up. We got that first retracement. And we got another wave up. So it looks like we're kind of in that next wave down, right? When you look at price. To potentially make another wave up, right? We could potentially make a low. Now, that could, in this instance, it could come in lower than where we are now. Like market could drive down a bit more and still make that next wave up. So when you look at gold, right, we have this move up, made a wave down. Should look clear to a lot of you guys. Made another wave up. Let me know in the chat if you guys understand. Inner circle is for real, life changer. Good stuff. I paid with credit card, got half back 3 weeks. Paid with information call. I'm just reading the chat. Yeah. Mal said it. Mal said it. If you aren't in the inner circle, you ain't serious. I'm serious, but don't have over $2,000. It's an investment. It's a lifetime investment. The inner circle is a lifetime investment. The price, it's not a cost. It's an investment. It's not a cost. It's an investment. It's an investment, a lifetime investment. It's not a cost. Cost. There's cost to things every day. Every day things cost money. Coffee every day, $3, $4, $5 a day, whatever it is, every single day. There's costs of everything. There's costs for information, time, value, access, or just even cutting the learning curve, refining things. There's a lot of people who join the inner circle who have been trading for a few years, and they learn some things about themselves that they didn't understand before. That's one of there's money, like people make money, but some of the biggest testimonials are when people DM me or write how self-aware they've become of their habits, their behaviors, characteristics, things like that, of that nature. Risk management, defense. People learn that stuff. Perspective. There's perspective, mindset. What do we got here? What do we got here? Gold, gold, gold. How big was this pullback? Price range. Let's see this. It's a measured move. That was like a $36 pullback. We've already made that. Yeah, we already made that pullback too. See that there? Same size, actually. 5,000. Yeah. Interesting. See that? Okay. Timing, like, it's either like look at like tonight. Does this react tonight? Like late Tokyo going into London? Or is there going to be an entry in New York session like today? Because New York pushed up extremely bullish. And then now we've just been kind of slow grinding down. So I am looking left, and I do see, you know, bounce, obviously, bounce, and then breakout down. I'm seeing also like retest there. All right, so kind of like an area where there is some potential for price to reject. Could bounce. Obviously, more interested in like a deeper retracement. We have all this again, like I said, this whole broken out area down here. Could be interesting. Plus, we got Inner Circle 2.0 coming out in a bit. Working on some stuff for the scanners. I got to finish some stuff for the scanners. That's taking a little longer than I expected, but it's good. Progress is being made. A lot of progress has actually been done. And videos. Working on some stuff for videos and the scanners. The scanners are going to be inside the website. So Inner Circle website is launching soon. I'm going to do a little bit of a revamp on some things. Been working on this for a little while now. 2.0 version's coming out. There's going to be a whole new course. The whole new course is going to be around the tools, the scanners and stuff. There's going to be a lot more videos. So the trading view kind of built in. Trading view built in the website. So the scanners are going to be... It's not like this is just kind of like a PDF right now you're looking at. You're basically just looking at a PDF. It's not or like a PowerPoint right now. You're looking at like a PowerPoint basically. Because this isn't the website. Like I can't click on everything. Well, it's just kind of like a blueprint. There's a trading journal. But yeah, working on some stuff for the scanner. The scanners are going to be built in the website, the tools. Like if you look here, you can see like gold watch here. It's going to be easier so I don't just have to add everybody one by one. It's like, it takes time sometimes. It's going to be easier. There's going to be like inside the website. It's not showing right. Like it can't show right now because this isn't live. This isn't like a live. This is just like literally like a Google Drive. But still looks pretty sick. Even though it's fucking, this isn't even it. Still looks pretty fucking sick, all right? So Inner Circle 2.0 is like going to be around the corner. It's a little delay because like I want to get the scanners right, and we've been updating. Actually, been in the works. I gotta actually update some of the tools. Been in the works of that. Like I said, like it's even like that's coming, and then like a year from now, 2 years from now, like like it'll always kind of get progressed. This is like one of the things to start off with. So who knows what it'll look like in 2 years from now. After this comes out, who knows like what it'll look like 2 years from now. Just speaking things beforehand. Like I'm see what I'm doing right now. I'm speaking things into existence, right? Who knows what it'll look like from 2 years from now? I don't know, but it will it'll revamp. We'll look for ways to progress. Gold, I ran it down. It should make sense. Hopefully everything I went over so far kind of makes sense. Like we have a few areas maybe to watch. It does look bullish. Structure does look bullish, like I said. If you're confused, study market structure. Like go back, like create a foundation for trading. You want to understand the basics. The amount of times that I was trying to get super advanced in my trading and go far and above beyond myself and be like a perfectionist. There were so many times I just had to take steps back, and when you take steps back, it leads to just the basics. When there's going to be times you have to take a step back. Maybe you get too ahead of yourself. Maybe you get too ahead of the market. Maybe you're trying to be like a perfectionist or like a wizard in your information, and you're making trading harder for yourself. Like a lot of people make trading harder for themselves these days. Useless or too much information. It could be too much information, and too much information could be useless. If you have too much information, it may be harder to apply things. It might be harder to really sit down and look at what's in front of you from just a rational point of view, a simple point of view. I mean, just like there's so many strategies, there's so many ways to trade. Everyone's looking for something better or something newer or something more. Like most of you guys probably know how to make money, like flip an account or grow an account. Like most of like grow. I put a post. What was it? I put this on my Instagram. Like most of your money, most of your profits, most of your account growth is just going to come from maybe like a small percentage of your trades. This is where like less is more. The majority of trades are average, some are losses, but a small number of high quality trades creates most of your account growth. So amateur traders treat every trade like it needs to be like a winning trade. Professionals understand the job is just to stay disciplined or patient, like your ability to do nothing for when those really good trades appear, those really few good trades that come. I think like for me to grow my account, I really just need like to grow my account good for the week. Like for the week, let's say, I just need like one trade could be all right growth, but like two trades and my account's well grown. So I mean, like going for more trades obviously could be more profit, but there's like if you take like 50 trades a month, if you're a trader who takes like 50 trades a month, you have like one trader might take 50 trades a month. Unless you have a really high win rate, you're gonna lose probably how many of those trades, right? Out of 50 or 40. Like, how many really good like setups? Like, this is where it's about setups. Like, some of you guys are taking like 50 trades a month, but there's probably not like the market's not even giving you 50 setups a month, right? Some of you guys are taking like 30, 40, 50 trades a month, and like you're not even getting that many setups, right? Most of the money is going to be made on like a really good setup that you're able to identify, like a setup that's in front of you. So like if you're willing to take 30, 40, 50 trades a month, unless you have a high win rate, how many are you going to just subjectively lose naturally? Because like some trades might be average, break even. You're going to take losses, right? So like if you have like a trader who takes maybe like 10 to 15 trades a month, like very few losses are going to come for trader number 2, like in terms of numbers. Like you might take 3 or 4 losses versus trader number 1 might take like 20 losses or 15 losses. And that's where it's like the more trades you're taking, you might go on that losing streak that burns you. You might take 3 losses in a row just because your overall quantity long term or even for the month is a lot. If you're taking 30, 40, 50 trades a month, by just like average of numbers, you're gonna take some losses. Like you got to think like there's gonna be just a number of losses that happen, maybe 10, 20, 15. Maybe you take like 15 losses. Like if you take 50 trades in a month, so that's where it's like some of you guys might be over trading. Maybe if that's too much, like focus on real setups, like real setups. A giveaway, man. Yeah, that giveaway, man. The longer you wait to join the inner circle, like that's the thing. Like it's not a cost. Like a lot of you guys are looking at the cost, and like there's people who don't wait and buy it. Like 3 people joined today, just in the last few hours, and like 1 person joined before I started this session too, and opportunity cost, like it's a time thing. I've put a lot of time, and I still like I'm about to be putting a lot more time into the inner circle, especially when we launch 2.0. Time, like opportunity cost, like there's months, because some months the market's like good, and then some months are really good. And like those are the months, like October, November, or like November, December, January was a crazy month. February's been kind of up and down because we're getting adjusted to the volatility. Like coming into February, it was just more like getting adjusted to the volatility. A little bit of adjustment still kind of going on. A lot of volatility on gold. But like the people who joined before January, for example, like, or December, or like November, like there's been crazy months. Like people are in the chat, they can testify it. So it's like time cost. Like when crypto goes up, just join it. Wait, when crypto goes up, join the inner circle. But crypto might not go up yet. You gotta look at it. Like most, like I look at it as cheap, because in a year from now, the inner circle is probably gonna be like $3,000, and you might be like, damn, that's a lot of money. But I look at like its lifetime access. Like if $2,333, right? So I'm not even trying to sell you guys here. I'm just saying, like, compared to most academies, most courses out there, most people charge like 150 to 250 bucks a month, right? So if you kind of do the math, mine's cheaper than most things out there, because most things you're gonna last like probably like 3, 4, 5 months, and then you're gonna quit and be like, damn, right? There's a difference between paying one time for something, because it's more of an investment. Once you're in, you have it for life. One time for life, for literally life. So anytime I add something, anytime I upgrade, as like for now, you get included in that, right? Most things out there charge like this much monthly, which if you do the math, like if you do the math on that, right, you'd have like 1 year in most academies. And like I'm gonna be real with you guys, like if you want to be a trader, like 6 months, 1 year is not enough time to be a trader. Like being a trader is like something you got to put time into. I put 11 years into it. So yeah, like the reason I do one-time fee. The reason I do a one-time fee is because I've looked at most academies out there. Most academies charge 150, 200, 250 a month, something like that. You might last a couple months in there, and that's pretty much it. Or like 280, 300, even some 150, 180 a month, and you have to pay that continuously. That adds up. That adds up. Like if you're paying that for 3, 4, 5 years, if you're paying 150 to 250 bucks a month in something for like 3, 4, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, however long you want to be a trader. Hey man, look at it like this. Look at it like this. Look at it like this. All right? Look at it like this. It costs $6 a day to be in the inner circle. $6 a day. Well, $6 and like 39 cents. Costs $6 a day. So look at it like that. All right? It literally costs $6.30 a day. If you're looking at it like how much it would cost you for the year. If you're looking at like how much is that? How much does 2,333 cost for a year? That's $6.30 a day. Yeah, I'm just doing some quick maths right now. Some quick maths. All right, some quick maths. So it pretty much is like 108, like it monthly. Like if like I wouldn't charge 180 bucks a month. I would probably charge $300 to $500 a month. To be real with you, like 180 bucks a month. That's pretty much what I'm charging right now. If you were to look at the year, right? Do I do a monthly? No, I don't. It's a one-time or yearly. Some people pay yearly. I do a lifetime access or yearly. Maybe things will change in the near future, but man, like when I have the ball rolling too, like I'm telling you, man, when the ball's rolling, I'm trying to get the ball rolling again. Took a couple L's. It happens. Took like 2 L's, but I recovered one live in action. Like I did it live in action. That was pretty crazy. Took an L. Like I was buying here, so I took an L at 49. I was buying at 4,900, and I took an L, but then literally re-entered. It was kind of pretty crazy situation. If anybody remembers that. Hey, I'm not trying to sell anyone either. I'm just saying, like, it's $6. You probably spend $6 a day on like coffee and hamburgers and McDonald's and stuff like that. Probably already spend like, you know, like hey. Maybe one day I'll do like a boot camp. Maybe one day I'll do like a boot camp that's like $50, $100 one time, and it's like gives you like a sneak peek inside, like a live sessions, a little like I'll put like a boot camp together that's like super cheap, but like, bruv, I'm about to drop a whole like I've been working on. Like I had my camera guy here for like 2 months. I had my camera guy lived here with me for like 2 months. Like I've worked on a lot of stuff. So I bet he's been cooking. I don't even like. He's probably been cooking on some stuff. I had my camera guy like live on my couch for 2 months. I was looking rough by the end of it. And paid him a freaking bet. And yeah, like it's like a lot of production going on too. A lot of production coming. The website costs $38,000. Yeah, so that's like right now with everything, and it's still there's more stuff being added. By the end of it, the website's gonna be like probably because I'm like I'm not gonna cheap out. I want a good website that lasts long term. So yeah, the website's like over 40 grand. So it's low, and there's a lot of value. It's gonna be a good website too. Like it's gonna function well. It's not a cheap website. I literally when I got the text, I was like, damn, 40 G's. That's like a good website's gonna cost you like a good website's gonna run you like if you want a good website. So yeah, like money's going back into it. Like the website's gonna be like, it's right now 38K, 40K. So like stuff's being reinvested back into it slowly over time as we whip this out, and videos, production, stuff like that, tools. I learned a good website, because if you pay, like, you could pay 7K, 10K for it, that won't be a good website. A good website's gonna run you, but it's worth it. So I got the invoice on that. Not bad. Not bad. If you guys seen, like, a lot of you guys are in there already and seen like the first videos, like those took a lot of editing time, money, cost, like time went into that too. Time. Some of those videos take like 8 hours to edit. Some of them, depending on which ones have like crazier editing or not, some might take just 3 to 4 hours, one video each. So it's like a lot. Like, I'm not the one that puts that time into it, but other people do. So it's a lot of time. But it's loading. It took longer than I thought, to be honest. I thought by now we would have things rolled out, but I think when you guys get it, you'll have like a lot of time that you're gonna have to sit, and it'll be worth it. And then we'll still be streaming, trading, and everything. And by the time, there's been a lot of new people that joined, like in the last 3 months, a lot of new people have joined. So by the time this comes, like all the new people that have joined in the last couple months will already be used to everything we got going on, kind of how the sessions, trading, how things work. We're waiting tonight. I'm gonna stream for Tokyo session, obviously, and pre-London session. I was live at like 4 in the morning yesterday, so like I'm gonna be way earlier today. I'm up. Bro, yesterday I ate like a full box of pizza. Like, it was fire. Like, I'll show you. I think I have a picture of it. Let me show you. This shit was actually pretty fire. It's hit or miss sometimes. Yo, I ate like bear pizza yesterday and passed out for like 8 hours. It's pretty fire. Like, I ate like bear. Like, look at this pizza. So like, this shit was pretty fire. And yeah, I passed the fuck out. Oh, and I ate more food after that. And I just went into a food coma. And I woke up, it was like 3 in the morning. And I was like, damn. Maybe in the near future, I don't know, near future. I can't say that, because like this is what's gonna be the near future. So this is rolling out soon. I don't know, maybe next year there'll be like a monthly subscription. But it won't be everything, I'll tell you that much. Like, the people who pay lifetime access get everything. Maybe in the future there's a monthly subscription and you get access to some things, some of this, some of that. I'm still figuring all that out, but for now it is what it is. But I'm telling you, like, monthly, like, you're gonna pay $250 a month, $200 a month for something. You pay that for 2 years, 3 years. That's, I don't know. And like, I think people, I've seen more results with people who just take action. Just say fuck it. Tonight, yeah, I'll stream tonight. During Tokyo session, market's closed right now, but pretty much just kind of mapping some things out, maybe for tonight or tomorrow even. New York session tomorrow, because remember, we did make a really big move today, New York. So yeah, just kind of mapping some things out right now. I'll be live tonight for Tokyo session for sure. We're gonna see where gold goes. We had a strong move today, pretty much like went back above 5K. And the thing about gold is it is the type of thing that can just consolidate for months and then just take off. So we're obviously in a very interesting time with metals, especially with everything going on in the world. Donald Trump as president, you know, anytime he talks, and he talks a lot, there's a lot of politics, geopolitics involved, you know, and there's a lot of different headlines and just so many different newses we've seen. We've been above $4,000 for a while now, which at one point was like a really psychological price, you know. Do we ever come back to 4K is like the longer term question, but now it's like $5,000 is, you know, we've been able to get above it once. Now it's like a lot of resistance there. A lot of resistance being created kind of around that like 5K level. 4,500. That's in the half. We got 4,000, we got 5,000, we got 4,500 in the middle, right? So it's interesting now because like we're way above 4K, and it's like, okay, that's like a that's like a good baseline, like a good bottom. Really, like maybe we're like the last like really big bottom came in, and then 4,500 as well. We got like some big supports below us, like 4,500. You could see, even as we start to go a little bit more up now, we got 4,700. 4,750, 4,700, and like this 4,750 area, like 47.7. We got a lot of support even there. We can see, right? So it's very interesting. Gold though is the type of thing that can consolidate for months, right? Like if we look at like this type of price action, gold's the type of thing that could do nothing for a while. I mean. And when it's doing that, it's just equal price action, really. Like you got buys, you got sells. It's more neutral, right? That's something that's coming out. Like soon, we're about to have like an option where you can pay in installments with like a different thing. Yeah, like that's gonna be an option soon where you can pay in like 3-month installments and stuff. That's gonna be an option where you can pay like the lifetime access and installments, like half or like 3, like up to like that, or 4 max, I think, in installment. That's going to be an option soon. I've been working on that. Like gold is the type of thing that can just kind of like see this price action, all this, and that was when we made like a crazy all-time high too. Back when we were like hitting $2,000, breaking 2K for like the first, like trying to break $2,000 for like the first time. Crazy times when it was breaking 2K for the first time. Holy, it was like, what is going on? Like legit, when gold was breaking 2K for the first time, it was like a crazy market to be involved in. It was like what a time to be alive. Like easy printing, like print. Like I remember that. Good times. Great times. And then we've just done more of that. Like it was same thing with 3,000, same thing with 4,000. Now is 5,000 ever going to become like that level that like 2,000 was, or 3,000 was, or 4,000 was? Is 5,000 ever going to become that? Maybe, right? And gold being what it is, I've seen it for years, and even just the last couple of years, there's been pretty equal phases of like, you know, just sideways and then just takes off. Like I feel like we are getting to March. If March isn't bullish, then like we're probably going to go into that phase where it just kind of kicks around for a while. Maybe above 4K, maybe above 40. For now, I would say above 4,500, above 4,700, right? It might just kick around for a while. And that might be something interesting. Like if we're just going to get that like kick around phase, and then it's like bullish probably end of the year. Gold can do that. If you look at like even earlier back in 2025, it had a pretty long consolidation phase after it went up a lot. Last year it went up a lot in March and April, and then middle of April, towards the end of April, it kind of topped out, and then it went in that phase. So like soon we might be entering a phase like that. Like there's been more price action, more equal price action lately. Like I never saw sells on gold the last like months, but lately I've been actually seeing like sell setups, like decent ones. So like there's been more of that like equal price action, right? Like 4,500 is a key level, 4,700s are key areas like of major support in the market. if we ever come down to test those areas. I don't know, now like the precious metal is above 4K, so it's like, do we stay above 4K in 2026? Are we gonna stay above 4,000 in 2026? Are we gonna come back to retest it? All possibilities to kind of think of, but like we don't have to get too emotionally attached to that. We're day traders. We scalp in New York, like we catch pips. Like we don't have to get too emotionally attached to that, right? But when you're looking at price now, it's like, look at 4,500, look at 4,700. There was huge rejection at 4,500, huge. And now we've kind of just been creating that sort of stall phase. When I look at that now, I've been seeing equal price action a lot, some sort of consolidation after we made this all-time high and we tapped here. So is this a big consolidation that's building up maybe for a bigger move? Like, are we trying to break out of a consolidation again? Are we going to sit in more of a range before breaking out? Stay above 4,700. Obviously, strong key level at 4,500. You could see a lot of support around 4,700 as well, and just a bit above that, right? And we're kind of creating this range that price is in now from here to here. So we're in this consolidation. We could try to get out of that, right? And what can that look like in a few ways, right? That could look like getting above 5K, retesting 5K, going up. That could be coming down to retest some lower prices, go up, or come back down to retest 4,700, go up, right? If this is going to stay in like this consolidation, you can see now there's more equal back and forth versus just going up, going up, going up, going up. Big dip. Obviously that dip was bought in, and now gold for pretty much February. There was craziness at the beginning of the month, but pretty much February has been in this range. Silver, look at silver on the weekly. Silver looks rather interesting on the weekly. It's looking like it's, to me, like, I'm like, like, this is like a big pullback, like interesting. Like, it almost came down to, like, it came down to 64. Silver's above 50. Do we stay above 50? Do we stay above 60? Silver weekly looks interesting. But it's like gold now has been in like this consolidation, I'm noticing. It could try to range in that, like, could come down, right? Yeah, silver's looking like a meme coin. I know, like, literally, I'm like, I want to buy this. Silver's literally looking like a meme coin. I looked at my phone and I'm like, yo, the weekly on silver. Look at silver right now. Literally looks like a meme coin. Yeah, silver looks like a meme coin. 120. Yeah. Meme coins. Any meme coins to buy right now? Only meme coin I actually. Only meme coin like Pangu. I think Pangu. Maybe Pangu. I mean, it's always trending. It's always like it's always trending. It's always trending, if you noticed. I don't know, meme coins, Pangu. It's at like a low level. Doesn't mean like markets could still go down, but that's like maybe going to be a hot meme coin next year. I don't know, meme coins, Pangu. I think I got more conviction on Pangu nowadays for bull run, whenever the bull run is. We're in a bear market right now, so like could go low, but look where it is. Pangu, maybe Pangu. I mean, market's bearish right now. Crypto, like if you're in the inner circle, I've done some long crypto rundowns the last like 2 weeks because everyone was panicking, and like we still could go lower. Like Bitcoin, it's dropped 52%. And there's still potential for it to go like 60 to 70%. doesn't mean right now isn't a bad time to start, accumulating or dollar cost averaging. Not financial advice, but market has come down quite a bit. It's in a good territory to start dollar cost averaging even on the way down. Most Bitcoin bear markets, so if you look at historically, like Bitcoin bear markets usually last like a year from top to bottom. So if you're looking at last bear market, for example, like Bitcoin hasn't experienced a bear market since November 2021 until November 2022. December 2022, there's January 2023. So you have the bottom was literally 365 days. You can see from November 2021, that's the last time we've gotten a bear market. Was in the 2021 to 2022 going into 2023. So over a year it lasted. It bottomed out at the year point. It started to bottom out at the year point. Then think about it. Price went one shot. When we look at this chart, realistically, yes, there was pullbacks along the way, but 15, 16,000 took a straight shot to 126, 125. Right? That's impressive. Despite how the market's making us feel right now and what the market's doing, that is impressive. Right? To go from 15, 16 to 125, 126. Right? So realistically, if we're zooming out and we're not thinking emotionally and rationally, like we're just looking at this from a long-term horizon, we haven't had a market like this since 2021 all the way until 2022, 2022. You can see 2023 here. So that went from November to literally November, December, January. Where pretty much where did we peak out? End of October, going into November. We made the all-time high literally November. The last all-time high came in November. November 21. November 2021. This one, October 2025. Going into November. Inner Circle Essential was just videos, like the videos, like the course. Like we're not doing really anything with Inner Circle Essential. That was just like a one-time thing I released. It's just like access to the videos, not signals. I post the link, like the links are all there if you have like. Maybe I'll do another Inner Circle Essential launch. Maybe that. So we haven't had a market like this for years. Realistically, it's years. So yeah, it's, panicking. But if you look at the market, it's healthy. Because it hasn't done this in years. Since 2021. Going into almost 2023. So this will probably bottom out closer to like October. Between October and January. Now, where's price going to be? I don't know 100% where price is going to be at that time. But that's just like more of like a timeline around where price should probably bottom out. Let's see, we've been dropping now for 123 days. So a year, let's say we go down for a year, wherever price is, like price could be maybe at 40,000, 50,000. Maybe it goes to 70%, 38,000. So from top to bottom, we'll go over this more later tonight. From top to bottom, you can see roughly a year right there, 365 days. So 2017 made the top in December going into January. December 2017, 2018 right there. The bottom was made December 2018. So from December to December. 365 days. Don't share this with anyone. Keep this information to yourself so the world doesn't know about it and make it mainstream. Keep this so the news, let's just keep this so like the news doesn't talk about it, all right? We don't need this on the news, like Bitcoin bear market. We don't need this. Just keep it to yourself, all right? Just keep this to yourself, all right? Just keep it to yourself, all right? The less people know about this, the better. Because then the cycles change and it's like things change and one more, like the masses start to know about these things. Just keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself. If you want to tell your grandma or your Uber driver, just don't. Just keep it to yourself. Yeah, Inner Circle Essential. I guess I gotta do an update on that. I'll talk about that to the team. So bear markets, like I said, just keep this to yourself. We don't need like CNBC talking about this, everyone knowing about it on Twitter, and just being like, da, da, da. This is like a lot of crypto OGs. Crypto OGs know about this. If you're a crypto OG, you should know this. If you've been in crypto since 2017, if you were there for like the ICOs, if you were there for like the Ethereum phase, the Solana crazy phases, you should probably know about this by now. If you've been in crypto, but any OGs would know this. If you talk to like anyone who's been in crypto as long as I have. So again, year down. So brace yourself. Like if you're panicking about Bitcoin, okay, you might be panicking more later on. And this is where conviction needs to get taken over if you're trying to actually capitalize on this thing long term. Because you might have a plan, but I'm going to tell you, when it comes down to that plan, you might be like right now, if Bitcoin goes to 50K, I'm going to buy. But when it happens, when it gets there, or if it gets there, it might be a totally different story. You might be like shitting your pants, like never mind, like I don't know what to do. Other markets might be crashing like crazy, right? Because think about it. Everybody, when Bitcoin was 125K, everybody wished they could buy at these prices. Now what's everybody doing? Panicking, freaking out. I don't know, nobody wants to buy right now. Everyone, like, unless you've been prepared for this. Most people, like if you were to say like out of 10 people, most don't want to buy. But like when price was here, everybody wished they could have bought at like 75 or lower. Raw, I wish I got in then, right? So I mean, you got to take the market for like face value where in every phase. You got to kind of take things for face value in every phase depending on your investing strategy, right? Not giving financial advice here, just my opinion. Because like if you wanted a 60K Bitcoin when Bitcoin was 120, here it is, right? Most people are obviously afraid right now. Market is in extreme fear. I'm going to tell you from experience. This is the time to maybe be looking at those cheaper prices. When things are cheaper, prices can change. Right now you have extreme fear. It's the opposite of what most people are going to want to do. And obviously it's a bear market, so people are even anticipating lower prices. People are calling out zero Bitcoin. I've seen Bitcoin called out zero a lot of times, right? I've seen it a lot of times. I think in history, Bitcoin, like, let me see if I can find it. me see if I can find this. I want to find this post. Give me a minute. I found it the other day. If you put $100 in Bitcoin every time they said it was gonna go to zero, I think you'd have like $60 million right now. Like if you put $100 every time the mainstream media said Bitcoin's gonna go to zero or Bitcoin's dead. I think it's Bitcoin's dead. If you put $100 in Bitcoin every time it was called dead, you'd be like an ultra millionaire right now. Every time someone said it was, every time like the media said it was dead. I had it the other day. I forget where it is. I can't find it on my history. Let me see if I can find it. How many times was it? I think it's at like 700 times now or something. Through history, like obviously in the beginning here, like different, but like Bitcoin, yeah, like this was at November 20. You would have had like right now it'd be like 60 million, 50 to 60 million dollars if every time they said Bitcoin has died or Bitcoin is dead or Bitcoin's going to zero. You would literally have like millions of dollars. You could look into this. I saw this. So, I mean, times like that are gone. Putting like $100, but like if you, I mean, the times to do it, like if you're buying at fearful times, that's gonna be the cheapest times. Like not always. Like obviously prices go cheaper, but if you only bought in extreme fear, you'd be averaging the cheapest prices. If you've bought only in extreme greed, for instance, like most traders, 80 to 90% of traders is what you gotta understand. Buy when markets are high, and then sell when markets are lower. like the opposite, you know, buy low, sell high. 90% of traders are buying when markets high up, like greedy, you know. Most people got in Bitcoin after Donald Trump was elected, right? So most people are buying Bitcoin up here, and then up here, right? Most people, if you were to get 10 people and they're investors, traders in Bitcoin, the last like most people would average in higher. Right, if you were to even 1,000 people, 100,000 people. So like if you only trade, if you're like, I'm only gonna trade when markets at extreme fear or fearful levels, like that's where I'm gonna dollar cost average or buy, you'd be getting cheaper prices averagely, on average, wherever the price is, right? You would have been buying here, you would have been buying here, versus maybe like the peaks and stuff. So then like next time it goes down, you'd be buying that next like fear cycle. Same thing when it's going up. When it goes up, there's fear. Like Bitcoin went up straight. There was fearful times in those times too. Like every time it went down, there would have been fear in the market. Every single time it pushed down a lot, those would have been fearful times. Those would have been when the market or the indicator would have been at a fear level. So all these times when even the market went up, market's going up, right? We can't see it here, but if you only bought when the market was like fearful, you would have been averaging cheaper prices, right? On average over time. So you gotta kind of like take things for each phase that they're in, what it kind of brings you, right? Nice. Because prices can change. Like Solana's $81 now. Nice. Like you could have Solana right now. It's $81. Tomorrow it could be at 70 or 90, right? Like prices can change quickly. So it's like when these dips happen, when you get these extreme like dips and you come to these extreme prices that are cheaper, dollar cost average, I think, because it's like one day you can see Solana at $77 and the next day it's at $91. Or, you know, maybe it goes down to $70 or $60 and then one day it's at 80, 90 bucks. Like prices can change pretty quick in weeks or months for cryptos, or even in days, realistically, even in days. Like you might see it one night at $77, you go to bed, it's at $91 and you're like, damn, now you're buying at 90s. Like if you have plans to buy long term and you're plan to accumulate dollar cost average, like you might as well take the cheap prices when they're there, because you get a pump on something, it goes to 90 bucks, you're going to FOMO in. You're most likely going to FOMO in if you get like pumps like that. Like if Bitcoin goes to 70K to, like, let's say Bitcoin, it's at 66 now. It could go down lower. Like I said, I'm not super bullish right now. I don't think it's the phase for that. But let's say Bitcoin goes to 70 tomorrow, you'd probably FOMO in. Most likely that's where like FOMO can come, right? When you get those bounces. Prices can change quick. Like Zcash is where I was going to buy Zcash the other day at like 250, 260. I didn't. I woke up, it was at 330 for an example. Like I was going to buy this coin the other week, like last week before the market closed. It was trading at like 260, 250 when I was looking at it. Somewhere in here. I was literally live streaming when I was talking about it. Or maybe it was here. It was actually maybe here. It might have been right there actually. So maybe before it went up, like it was like 250, I remember 260. I didn't buy it, and next day I look at it, it's at 330. So it's like I missed maybe that cheaper cost to average into to start off. Maybe like, right? Like things can change, and I didn't buy the next day. I said, screw it. Oh man, I missed the buy. Not saying like I need to buy right now in case things go up like crazy, right? Like that can always happen. You can miss out on things. Like prices can change in days or in weeks. But yeah, like be prepared. But Bitcoin bear market, like I think a lot, like Bitcoin's shocked a lot of people. But realistically, when we zoom out, look at the bigger picture, it's like, yo, we haven't experienced a bear market in years since 2021 going into 2022. So it's like, that's quite a while. Some years, right? So it's like, yeah, it's shocking. It doesn't make us feel good. Portfolios are going down, losing value. I think it's kind of where you have to plan and think of the bigger picture. Think of what worst case scenarios. Start to kind of plan for that timing. In terms of timing, what's the worst case scenario in terms of time? Like, okay, we know 365 days is usually the bottom of like the bear market a year. So maybe around October, November is when we get like that bottom. Then it's like, where is price? Worst case scenario. We got to think like in terms of where could price go now, worst case scenario. We know time. We know how long it could last, right? We know how long it could last. Now it's like, okay, how low could price go? Worst case scenario. I'm thinking probably like 38K worst case. I'm thinking like, to me, like around 40. I'm thinking like worst case, maybe 40, 38K. In that time horizon. Some people, like I've seen some people even in the inner circle say like 25, 28K for October. There's a handful of people that are predicting October 20 to 30K range. I mean, last peak went from 69,000 down to 15,000. It lost 70, what was it total it was, I think it was like 77%, 76% in value. That would put us at what some people are saying, 28K, 70. If it goes 77%, I think it might go a bit less than that. I think it might go like 70 range. So you kind of have to prepare for that. And that's where, when you look at current price, that's a 50% drop almost. If we were to go down, that's 40% cheaper than where price is now. So 40% less, almost, or more. compared to where price is now. So that's why bear markets feel really, really extreme, because it's obviously like from top to bottom there's that gain. But let's say you're buying here. Let's say you bought at 90K. That's down 30%, right? You know, so bear markets can feel really, really extreme, painful. Yeah, you've been more scaling in this year, really, like this year. And I think the cycle is for next year. So 2028, it's looking like we're rich 2028. maybe 2020. It's like, see, one of my friends texted me like, oh, see you in 2028, 2029. I was like, damn. When Bitcoin broke down, one of my boys, crypto friend, texted us, like, I think when it broke down, well, he was like, well, I'll see you guys in 2028, 2029. One of my friends, it was funny. So yeah, I'll see you in 2028, 2029. I'll come outside then. That's why I'll be outside. I mean, bull markets can last 1,060 days. Like, bull markets last like a bear market's a year, whereas a bull market can last like up to 1,000+ days. I'm gonna break down more stuff later. Gold's opening right now. We'll continue this topic later. All right, we'll continue this topic later. Gold just opened. Market's opening. Gold's about to open. Opening right now. We'll continue this topic later on. Maybe tonight. Like tonight, I'm going to stream later, Tokyo session. So it's actually an important topic because like a lot of people are panicking right now, but a lot of people don't realize Bitcoin went from 15, 16. Again, like I said, straight shot pretty much to 125, 126, right? So that next base, like if it finishes at 40, right? Even if it finished at 20, like let's say if it went to 25K, that next bottom creates a huge like that next bottom creates a, if the last one took it from 15 to 126, when we bottom out, where does that next one take it from, right? That went up like 700%. So there's a whole nother discussion we can have on this, because that went up 700%. This thing could go up 300% and it would be a crazy price. Like it could come down to 40K and go up 300%, and it would still be close to like 200K, 150s, even if it went half of what it went last time. There's another discussion to have with this thing, you know. It would need to do like 420. It did 700% last time. It would need to do 426% from 40K, depending on where the bottom comes in, to get to like 200K. If it does 300%, like half, pretty much. 350% would be like half, but if it does like almost half of that, you're gonna go to like 150. Maybe push. So yeah, Bitcoin's definitely a long-term game, because then think about that bear market. Think about like, holy, let's think about like, imagine it topping out at like 170 and then going through another bear market where that bottom takes it from. I think the cycles are still there. We just got really, maybe it's a 5-year cycle, like 4 to 5, like I think we got, like, a lot of people got mixed up. I think, like, people are saying the cycle's broken. It's not there anymore, but it kind of looks like there's still cycles, I think. Bearish, bullish, 1,000+ days, bullish, 1,000+ days, bullish. I'm going to go over more of this tonight. I'll be back on later tonight. I'm just going to watch gold. I'm not jumping on anything right now. I analyzed it a lot earlier in the session. Probably just going to wait and watch for like the best entry. Oh, which I went over earlier. I talked about a lot earlier on the stream. Oh, nice little wick down, market open. It's trying. We got 49.50. I don't know, 49.75 might hold. Maybe it holds 49.75. It's kind of early. I don't want to jump into a trade right now. I never really send signals at this time. I don't really send signals at this time. I feel like if I did, I would be pissed off at myself if it didn't play out. So I'm willing to miss. I'd rather miss a trade at this time if it's a signal, especially. And wait, see if we come down, retest the broken area. Like I said, I went over it already. I'm about to wrap it up. Let's see what we get tonight. Maybe it's setting up. I like this pullback. I like the way the structure is. So, gonna be keeping an eye on it. Already went over it. Already broke it down. One last quick time before I get off. Like I said, we have that first wave up. I'm just gonna follow this structure and see if it holds. It's pretty much my plan for tonight. Maybe going into tomorrow. First wave up, next wave, and we have that pullback in there. So pretty much just following, watching this pullback, seeing how it develops. Maybe there's a setup in there. So I'm gonna watch gold tonight. I'll be eyeing it out. If you're inside the inner circle, maybe I'll drop one. Maybe I'll drop it in the Telegram. Maybe I'll drop it in the public Telegram. Maybe. We'll see. Gotta see how this sets up. I gotta wrap it up. I'll see everybody next stream. I'll be on tonight. I'm gonna wait for better entry. Just gonna wait a little bit. It's not the right time. Like it's friggin' 6 p.m. So gold's just opening. No need to get too antsy right now. But I gotta do something. I gotta wrap it up. Where is it? How do I share this? Where is this, man? But yeah, I'm out. I'll see you in the next stream.